Have you ever wondered what your dog would do if he went to space? Well, wonder no more because this is Captain Barko, intergalactic canine hero and former Earth pup. That's right! Before becoming the legendary galactic snack guardian, Barko used to live on Earth with a family who loved to throw a tennis ball. And to this day, he keeps the memory of those fun games alive by wearing a space helmet shaped exactly like a tennis ball. Now, Barko lives on the moon cheese base, which is made entirely out of cheese, naturally, and spends his nights patrolling the many cheese craters just in case some greedy snack alien gets too close. But one night, disaster strikes when Barko wakes up earlier than usual and sees something that makes his fur stand on end. The entire cheese moon is melting, and as the gooey cheese oozes into space, it forms cheese comets that are careening off course and crashing into nearby planets, ruining snack time for everyone. So Barko quickly howls a distress signal as loud as he can, hoping anyone will hear him. And luckily, his cry for help echoes across the galaxy where it is picked up by the only beings powerful enough to save the day, the toast turtles of Planet Breakfast. Led by their wise elder Grand Toast, the turtles use their cosmic toasters to navigate the vast emptiness of space and arrive at the moon cheese base just in time to see a giant piece of cheddar hurtle towards the planet below. Working together, the turtles toast the comet just in the nick of time, saving an entire civilization of cookie people from certain doom. In return, Barko offers to help the turtles with whatever they need on their planet, and they accept his offer immediately. You see, since the moon cheese base is made of actual cheese, its insides are gooey and liquidy, which means the planets below get bombarded by cheese meteorites all the time. And while most of these space rocks are harmless chunks of Edom, every once in a while they strike something dangerous, like this one. To find out what's happening, Barko and the turtles don helmets equipped with giant spatulas and jump into the molten cheese. At first, everything seems normal, just a bunch of space rocks floating around. But then they come across the center of the moon where they find a massive crater filled with what appears to be a giant chili pepper. And as soon as they get closer, they realize it's not just any pepper. It's a spicy jalapeño meteor, which explains why the moon is getting so hot. You see, meteors are pretty common in space, and they often land inside planets and moons made of food. Sometimes they bring delicious new flavors, but other times they cause all sorts of trouble. Like, for example, this meteor, which has been slowly baking the moon from the inside out until it becomes hard and crunchy on the outside, but still runny and gooey on the inside, which is exactly what's happening here. And the only way to stop it, crush the meteor. So Barko gathers all his strengths, takes a big bite and lets out a mighty woof, which somehow manages to shake the jalapeño loose. But unfortunately, it doesn't go far because as soon as it leaves the moon, it lands on the planet below, the gravy planet. This disaster is much worse than the others because unlike the planets made of cookies or toast, the gravy planet could explode if it gets too hot, ending all snack time in the galaxy. So Barko knows he has to act fast. But before he leaves, Grand Toast gives him a special gift, the power of toasting. Now armed with a tiny toaster strapped to his back, Barko flies off through a sea of cheese stars and heads straight for danger. But before he reaches the gravy planet, he runs smack dab into a storm of sausages. You see, The moon cheese base isn't the only thing that gets bombarded by space rocks. Sometimes they also hit the sausage planet, which creates massive storms of meaty debris. And although Barko is no stranger to chasing space weenies, these sausages aren't just normal. They're turbo dogs, super-powered canines created when a meteor landed inside the planet E's core and infused it with spicy space flavor. And while Barko easily dodges their mustard missiles and ketchup bombs, he can't shake them off. They keep coming at him in droves, forcing him to run for cover inside the Donut Nebula. And that is when things get really bad, because this place is a dangerous sugar spiral where space donuts float around like landmines, exploding with deliciousness and making it nearly impossible to leave. At first, Barko tries fighting his way through, but the turbo dogs keep coming and coming, and soon he's surrounded. Just when things look darkest though, the chase causes a chain reaction that blows up a giant space donut, creating a powerful vortex that sucks everything into its colossal sprinkles. And as Barko and the turbo dogs get pulled inside, he grabs onto the nearest thing he can find, which happens to be a giant glazed ring. And to his surprise, it tastes amazing. In fact, he likes it so much that he doesn't notice the landing gear of the Donut Nebula collapsing until it is too late and he crashes to the ground inside a whipped cream canyon. But even though he's battered and bruised, Barko knows he has to keep going. So he presses on through the sticky situation and finds a group of creatures unlike anything he is ever seen before. They're covered in marshmallow fluff, move at a snail's pace, and spend most of their time hanging upside down. And as soon as they see Barko, they immediately drop to the ground and bow before him, calling him, "Oh, great and powerful Barko, come to save us from the spice of doom." It turns out these are the Marshmallow Sloths, and their planet is in danger from the jalapeño meteor below, which is emitting such strong heat that it's melting the normally frigid landscape. And although Barko feels bad for the poor space slugs, he tells them he's on a mission to save the gravy planet and can't stick around. But as soon as he turns to leave, the leader of the Sloths steps in front of him and offers to help. You see, although her people are slow, clumsy, and allergic to spice, they do have one advantage: a special stash of chill crystals that can freeze anything in an instant. And if Barko can get to the gravy planet before the meteor explodes, they might be able to snuff it out. So the two teams join forces and make a run for the Turbo Dog home planet, dodging space weenies and asteroids along the way. Finally, they reach the surface, but the closer Barko gets to the meteor, the hotter it gets, and soon he's too hot to move. Just when he thinks all hope is lost, the leader of the Sloths jumps in front of him, activates her planet's defense system, and fires a giant ray of freezing cold. And just as the meteor is about to explode, the temperature drops so fast that the heat turns to frost, then to ice, then to solid crystal. But it is not over yet, because now Barko has to get the giant spicy rock off the planet. So he leaps into action and uses his jet bone booster to launch the crystal into the sky. Then, with the power of toasting behind him, he flies after it and steers it clear of the gravy volcano. He soars through the air and does a barrel roll, then gently presses the crystal into the gravy planet E's surface, where it freezes instantly and gets covered in a thin layer of whipped cream. As the threat is neutralized, the planets erupt in cheers and celebrate the brave heroes who came to help. But their job isn't quite finished yet because now they have to repair the damage to the moon cheese base. Using the same chill crystal, they freeze the molten cheese, and when it thaws, it forms delicious mozzarella mountains that are even better than before. And since the spicy meteor didn't get a chance to bake the moon all the way through, the inside remains soft and gooey just like it should be. So from that day forward, snack life in the galaxy returns to normal. And that night, as he curls up in the crater hammock and licks cheese stars, Barko dreams of his next intergalactic adventure. He might be just a humble dog, but when it comes to protecting the planets and their precious food, there's no one more heroic than Captain Barko. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like for more intergalactic adventures.